Hello everyone, my name is Yifan Zhang and I will talk about the problem 3 in the homework 1. The problem talks about a digital system that contains noise, so the signal will not be transmitted correctly. And there are two kinds of signal, that 0 and 1. When 0 is the probability that 0 is sent out is 0.6, and the probability that 1 is sent out is 0.4. And when the signal is transmitted, the probability when it sent out 0, the probability that it can be correctly sent out is 0.7, and it will be transferred to 1 at a probability of 0.3. And when 1 is sent out, the probability that the receiver will receive 0 is 0.2, and the probability that it receives 1 is 0.3, and that is the system. So we can say that we can assume that there are 4 events. The A1 is that 0 is sent out, and the A2 is that 1 is sent out. So this is the two situation. And the B1 is that 0 is received, and the B2 is that 1 is received. And that's the separate situation of the receiver. And we can see the question. The first one is that we should find the probability that data 0 is received. It means that we should find PB1. And if we take it into consideration, we can say that there are two situations. So if the 0 is sent out and transferred to, and the 0 is received, this is the first situation. And the second one is 1 is sent out and transferred to 0. So we can easily see that the probability that PB1 equals PB1 when A1 happens, when the event A1 happens, and multiply PA1, so plus PB1 A2, and then multiply PA2, is that this is that A1 happens, and this is the probability that when A1 happens, the probability of B1 happens, and this is the same. So we can see from the previous talk that this one is that from 0 to 0, and that's 1.7, and the PA1 is that 0 is sent out is 0.6, and the second one is the similar, that it's 1 is sent out and 0 is received, so the probability is 0.2, and the probability of A2 is that 1 is sent out and it is 0.4. So the result is very obvious that it's 0.5. And this is the question 1. And the question 2. So we should find the probability of error. So this is also two situations, that 1 is sent out and 0 is received, and 0 is sent out and 1 is received. So it's all similar. So that is PB1 A wait a minute. Yeah. So the probability that when A1 happens, so 0 is sent out and the 1 is received. That is the error situation. So this is probability of B2 when A1 happens. Multiply probability of A1 and plus P B1 A2 multiply P A2. This is that when 1 is sent out and 0 is received. So it's similar like the previous one. And it can be seen that the probabilities B1 and A2 from 0 to 1 and it's 0 0.6 0.3 multiply 0 0.6 plus 0 and this is B1 and A2, so it's from 1 to 0 is 0 0.2 multiply 0 0.4 and the result is 0 0.26 and that's the result. Thank you.